Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and good morning, or good morning from where I am, but greetings. Today, you wonderful individual, I almost forgot, beautiful world. Today I would like to talk about conscious thought, dreaming feeling, and sleeping will. In normal everyday consciousness, when you wake up in the morning, you are conscious in your thoughts, or normally anyway. A lot of times one can be distracted and have a certain lack of discipline and not being able to focus correctly and so on, but that one builds up over time by practicing esoteric science and so on. But with your thoughts, you are consciously awake. You sit within your thought world and use your astral body to think with. That is your everyday normal thinking consciousness. But by only being in your thoughts, you are only in your astral body, and hence you are not completely aware to the rest of it. With your emotions, since we are conscious in our thoughts, we often kind of neglect our emotions and make it more like a dreamy, hazy sensation instead of actually living within our etheric body, which by practicing meditation and sitting within your being, you allow yourself to get in touch and to feel the etheric body and to detach it a little bit from the physical so you can see yourself more objectively instead of being kind of trapped within your body. The will is completely sleeping because you only see the effects of the will. If you really think about it, you are completely awake to your thoughts, your feeling is kind of dreaming, but you barely see the effects, you barely see your actions. It's because in the daytime consciousness, your will is within your body, so you see the effect of the will more or less after it's happened, or while it's happening. So, while mastering your thoughts, you are able to direct your will impulses correctly instead of allowing yourself to be dragged by, let's say, lower impulses, taken as an example. Because it is very easy to be distracted and to be put into a reactionary state, or in general not being able to anchor yourself properly. It is all about getting a feel to these things and to kind of see it first through concepts. Through the concepts and symbols and through speaking about it, you practice. Because you observe visually while you speak about it. I am visualizing these things while I speak about them so I can convert them, now so I can give them to you. And the ability to master your own thinking with your ego, anchoring yourself in the body and start thinking with your whole being, including through your etheric. You see, the astral world is where Lucifer is. He is constantly trying to distract us in the astral, constantly trying to drag us away from what is earthly, what is important of the earth development, and so on. Then, in the etheric body, we have Ahriman, which is a constant hindrance. He constantly wished to dry up everything in thinking. He wished everything to just be mechanical and cold and detached and objective. And he doesn't like to think as an individual, unique being. He wished everyone to be in the group soul and do what everyone else is doing, in a sense. So, by having the Christ as the balance is the balance is the beam goes upward and we hold it upward and downward, and the beam across will hold it balanced. So you stay above ground, in a sense. You do not go below to Ahriman's realm, and you do not fly away to Lucifer's realm. You are anchored on the surface of this earth. So Ahriman stays below earth level, where he belongs. He is not meant to come up to the conscious like that. And Lucifer is meant to stay, well, more or less his own wings broken, because we show him the compassion, because we know that he is more or less stuck with us, just as Ahriman is chained down in the underworld. So it is all about getting a certain feel of these things, and it is fun. It truly brings life and a certain interaction with the world. And to become comfortable within your body, mastering your astral, etheric and physical, so that it becomes a cooperative instrument, and so that the higher, progressive, loving, nurturing beings shines through you, and the more positive, optimistic, uplifting you are, the more it reflects how much you cooperate with them. The more negative and complaining and everything is just shit, and you can't see the faith, love and hope, that is how much hold the underworld has on you. You see? So the more above ground you are with the Christ and breathing life and truly bring about interest to your life and to humanity, to earth, to animals, to plants, to minerals, and to the higher hierarchy, to God, you will bring about a certain will to live again, a true feeling of it is a nice. I am grateful to have this life, seriously, and to be grateful for what you have counteracts Ahriman's temptation of fear, of a lack mentality, of it is never enough, and all about power and overwhelming, and this power hierarchy, which more or less only consists of objects and how much you own and how much you earn, but none of these truly matter when it comes to inner spiritual strength. When it comes to the spiritual in God, everyone is equal, and it's all about how we behave towards others, in goodness or in disrespect. That happens too, sadly. And that is how much the spiritual value us. They base us, we base ourselves in the spiritual on our actions and deeds in goodness, honesty, truth and upliftment. The more uplifting and loving and nurturing you can share of a stream of inspiration, the more they are cooperating with us, and the more we have an open stream of creative spark, more or less. And having the Christ helps you. He is a comforter. He helps you ease that pain and suffering. He helps you heal through that suffering, and allows you to truly connect brotherly and sisterly to every individual. And we meet individual to individual, and we fight for the future, for goodness, for love, but with strength and discipline. It cannot be just love for all, a brotherly universal love, without knowing what to do. We need to have a concrete, strong standard to stand by, so that it can actually come to fruition, so that it can root itself and anchor itself within all of mankind over many lifetimes and incarnations. The further forward we can imagine ourselves and building the faculties towards that, the better in the present moment. We should never stop enjoying what life has to offer now, and from now everything sprouts. But we do have an ultimate aspiration in mind, which is kind of eternal, you see. And by having that, you never become complacent. Once you have reached a goal, you never stop, truly, because it is a new hill to climb. We never, that hill, it is an eternal mountain, you see. And we wouldn't want it any other way, because that is how the universe works. Every single thing, from the highest hierarchy and down to the most rascalous demons and devils, everything is in evolution and development. So you get a feeling of this alive movement, and that truly is the feeling that we should sit with every day, because it helps you shape your inner spiritual powers to be able to perceive these things. The more you immerse yourself, think about these things, feed yourself these nourishing divine foods, more or less, the more you become like it. And the more you can have it as second nature, like breathing. And then you can share it with others, because you know how to accept yourself. You don't need to be accepted by everyone else. You, God and the Christ and the Holy Spirit have accepted you. And then that means no one else, everyone else have no choice but to accept you, because you know you live by your standard, you hold strong to the morality, you do not do harm, and you do stay strong in the inspiration and creativity. And hence you're earning your stay by doing so. You truly are a steady, strong example. And that is why we cultivate these things, to have a communion with God and the divine, to truly have a living sense of it, and to truly find out where they are, how they help us, how they inspire us, and so on. It is about having that wondrous curiosity. And I will leave you with this today. And may Father, Holy Spirit, Christ, Michael, the higher hierarchy, angel masters of old, ancestors from every incarnation, may you be protected, and may you be blessed, and may you find your unique path, and may we connect in the spiritual world together as a soul group, but also as individuals, because you know we are connected in the spiritual world here and now. It really doesn't matter if it is distance or not between us. You see, the astral and the etheric world of the earth is connected with the whole of earth. So, I will leave you with this. Thank you so much. Love you all. Goodbye.